Hello everyone, welcome to Neil's MG channel. This is a quick update, well it's a bit of an update, just to a bit of talk about medication really, because there's a couple of things that have been happening. I haven't done an update for absolutely ages, and I always seem to lose my voice when I do for some reason, so sorry about that. But essentially, in terms of an update, I had the IVIG back at the end of April, it's now the end of June, and you know, I can tell I'm off the IVIG. I don't feel as sort of jump around and happy and whatever as I did. I am obviously on the steroids still. I'm on 60 milligrams steroids a day, so it's still quite a lot. And obviously I'm watching my hunger and watching my weight on the steroids. But that sort of IVIG shot I had did some good things, and probably about, I suppose, 2 weeks after that, it did less things, and I'm consequently in a situation where I'm just a bit more tired and a bit more sort of almost as I was pre-diagnosis. So that's that. Excuse me. I wanted to talk about medicine on this because medicine is, or medication's a big one. So I'm on 60 milligrams of steroids now, and that's intended to reduce my immune system. I am also on every week I have to take some acid, not naughty acid, but acid to keep my bones, to stop them from breaking, because steroids can make them brittle. Twice a day I take something called ADCA, which is vitamin D tablets, and those are all things that relate to the steroids. And also I have to take something called lamprazole or something like that, and that lines your stomach and makes you not sick, because apparently steroids can burn a hole in them. On top of that, to manage the actual Myasthenia Gravis, so the steroids are there to sort of try and get my ADHCs, or whatever they're called, back to normal, but to actually get my Myasthenia Gravis under control, I had been on 90 milligrams, was it 90? Yes, 1.5 tablets, so 90 milligrams of pyridostigmine, and that's 5 times a day. Unfortunately, certainly in the UK, getting hold of pyridostigmine tablets now has proven to be somewhat of a challenge, and to a degree that there's a liquid now that you can take, which the doctors had to prescribe, and I'm now on that stuff until at least hopefully the tablets come back. It's really rather inconvenient to be taking the liquid stuff, because you have to have a bottle, you have to syringe it, put it in your mouth, squeeze it, down it goes. You have to do that 5 times a day. But if you're travelling or you're working in an office, you've got to take a glass bottle of the stuff, and one bottle, which is probably about this big, probably about 6 inches tall, that only lasts about 3 days. So if you're going away for a period of time, you're going to have to take 5 or 6 bottles if you're going away for a couple of weeks or something. So that it's a bit of an inconvenience, whereas the tablets are better. But there does seem to be a packaging problem with that. So that's kind of where things are. As I said, there is a big shortage in the UK of pyridostigmine at the moment. It's supposed to have been resolved at the beginning of June. I think week commencing the 12th of June. It's now the 27th of June, and pharmacies in the UK are saying they still haven't got any of the tablets. So it's a little bit problematic, but we'll see where we go from there. There's no other medication that I'm taking apart from some Symbicort, and I said hopefully I'll be back on the pyridostigmine tablets as soon as they are made available. The liquid isn't too bad, it doesn't taste too bad, it's just inconvenient having to take it, so having a bottle and syringe it and all that stuff, it's just a bit of a faff. So yeah, that's that. And then over time, so I'm going to be on these 60 milligrams of steroids for at least till October, so another sort of whatever that is, 4 months, and depending on how my I can't remember what they're called, ACHRs, isn't it? I should check behind the video before I made this, but depending on how my ACHRs work out and what my bloods do, I guess it will depend on how much effect the steroids have had, and whether in fact I can start to reduce the steroids or even the pyridostigmine. But so for the moment, I'll be on the steroids, the pyridostigmine, 60 milligrams of steroids, pyridostigmine, and all the accessories, at least until probably the 31st of October. And then from there, the neurologist has indicated that he's probably going to look to wean that back down. So I'm not sure what orders what. I'll probably do a video to update that. So that's the update. The other update is I'm going to do a new video on this, but the thymectomy, or the removal of the thymus gland, that's something that's now lined up. It's going to be happening on the 18th of July for me, quite quickly. So I'll do another video about that, but there is a bit of an update for you. Hopefully that is of interest, of use, and yeah, I shall continue to report it, and hopefully on a more regular basis.